This is Mekus with the Continence Club. I am back with another striking presentation today. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. Now, with that being said, it's time to demonstrate. My email's in the description. Let me know if you need help one-on-one or if you need additional video topics addressed. I will get to it. Now, let's go. This video is all about you becoming a conscious creator because believe it or not, you are consciously or unconsciously creating 24/7. And this current situation that you're in right now that you don't like is the result of the sum of thoughts that you've had over the course of time that led you to that point, because everything stems from thought. And the privilege, the opportunity that you have today is using your God-given thoughts and your imagination to get you to your desired situation. That's how we're bridging the gap today, by exposing the fact that you're a conscious creator. And your mental faculties are important when it comes to bridging the gap from your current situation to your desired situation. So what do I mean by mental faculties? You could really just think about it in terms of what your mind is actually capable of. And so your mental faculties consist of your imagination, your will, your perception, your intuition, your reason, and your memory. I've talked about a few of these individually on this channel and through my videos, but I'm kind of bringing it all here together to give you a fundamental understanding of how these apply to you being able to consciously create your desired situation. So one thing that I know for sure is that you're in the current situation that you don't want to be in. You're in the current situation that you want to change. Chances are you're living and using your mental faculties unconsciously and directing them the wrong direction. So what do I mean by this? What I mean is that you're using your mental faculties in a way that's keeping you stuck in your desired situation. You're not motivating yourself. You're speaking, death into yourself. You're keeping yourself down. You're not speaking life into yourself. You're keeping yourself stuck, saying that you can't, saying you're not worthy enough, right? You're saying and doing all of these things. You're embodying a character in which is unworthy of the desired situation. That's what you're doing right now. And it's not your fault, because growing up, we were only taught about our five senses. You were only taught in school and wherever you were learning growing up, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. But have you ever been taught of your mental faculties? Have you ever been taught about the fact that you have these, internal abilities, right? You were never taught how to control your mind and your mental faculties that you have. And these mental faculties is what separates you from the animal kingdom, right? So you have the privilege to create in order to leave your current situation. You probably don't know this. You're probably starting to realize it now, that your destiny is really in your own hands. Yes, you're going to have people along the lines that are going to help you. Yes, you're going to have signs. You're going to have different things that come about on your journey. But ultimately, the power is always from you, and it's always going to be in you and with you. Right? So once you explore and strengthen your mental faculties, this improves your chances of creating and, enjoying your desired situation. So it's all about putting yourself in vibrational alignment with who it is that you want to become. It's all about thinking, using constructive thought to becoming that person who is worthy of your desired situation. It's all about putting mind over matter. And once you, utilize all three of these depictions here, you are on your way to becoming the conscious creator of your desired situation, right? So diving deep into your mental faculties, first, and it's probably the most famous one, is your imagination. Use your imagination to create your desired situation out of nothing. Your desired situation comes from your imagination first. It comes from thought first. It allows you to take something that is non-physical and turn it into something physical. So, your imagination is, you have your desired situation in mind. It already exists. Now, all you have to do is turn it into something that's physical, right? So use your imagination to create things, experiences, and circumstances in your life, but you've been using it the wrong way and imagining things that don't benefit you. So, let your mind wander to your desired situation. What would a perfect day look like for you? Not like, have you really sat down and thought to yourself, what would a perfect day look like for me? Right? Because once you do this, you are already sowing the seed. And when you continue to align your attention to those thoughts, that's what's going to bring you over to your desired situation. So next, when we talk about your intuition is that small voice inside of you that speaks truth, right? It's that voice inside of you that's telling you, hey, you should probably be doing this instead of this. It's that voice in your head that you know is right, and sometimes you like to ignore, right? Especially when it comes to staying disciplined and doing what it is that you're supposed to do. That's what your intuition is, and in order for you to really maximize your intuition, right? I depicted it here in the italicized sentence and bolded sentence, same like what I did in an imagination, to backtrack a little bit, to apply your imagination, let your mind wander to your desired situation, what a perfect day look for you. In this case, applying your intuition, I would advise for you to remove excess stimulation, in that instant gratification that's distracting you, so that you are able to connect with this internal monologue that you have inside of you, because there's that intuition inside of you is your internal monologue, right? So in order for you to connect with that, you have to really remove the excess stimulation that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis and get your health in alignment as well, right? And so moving on to memory. The more you use your senses when you learn or do something, the easier it is to remember it, because you're engaging all your five senses, which in some sort of aspect does affect your subconscious mind and open it up to new things. So the more you can involve your senses when you learn to do something, the easier it is to remember it. And, your memory is what's going to help you, hold your imagination right for your desired situation. So it definitely plays a part in you becoming a conscious creator. Now moving on to reason. Reason is what you use. You're going to use this to analyze, compare, and evaluate ideas for your desired situation. So I'm here to tell you and here to encourage you to be unreasonable and dream big. This is how you apply reason. Be unreasonable. Think outside of the box. Dream big. Because there's a saying, careful what you wish for, because it just might come true. And I've seen it in my life when I really dream big and really have certain thoughts, right? You'd be surprised how they materialize, especially when you don't expect it. So write down ways you are holding yourself from your desired situation because you're afraid it's impossible. Reason with new ideas and strategize against it, right? Strategize against reasoning yourself away from success, right? And now when we talk about perception, your next mental faculty, this is all about how you choose to perceive your environment and circumstances. I've made so many videos on this, and I've explained this multiple times, that your attention matters. Energy goes where your attention goes. So if you're putting your attention on lack, limitation, fear, all of these things in your desired situation, in your current situation, that's what's going to keep you there. But if you start to switch your perception on your current situation, say, hey, everything's happening for my benefit, everything that I'm going through right now, I'm grateful for it because it's allowing me to grow. I'm grateful to learning these lessons. I'm grateful for what I have now. That is what's going to bring you to your desired situation, because your perception is where it needs to be. You understand that your situation is temporary and that you are going to be in your desired situation. So that's why I have to emphasize that a singular perception in your life can prohibit growth and keep you in your current situation. That's why it's great for you to really expand your mind and really see what it's made of, right? Because once you open up your mind to new possibilities, right, you're not going to be limited to the perception that you do have, because your limited perception is why you're in your current situation to begin with. It's not until you open up your mind to perceive your current situation as something else, that's what's going to get you to your desired situation, right? And now when we talk about will, this is all about sustained concentration. So as I just said, energy goes where your attention goes. So what you concentrate on is what you become. So you need to have the willpower to have sustained and deliberate concentration in thoughts. So let me ask you, and the way for you to apply it for yourself is ask yourself, where in your life are you using concentration to sabotage yourself? Because once you find this and identify this, you can start to strategize and use your willpower to concentrate on the things that are going to bring you to your desired situation, So these are all of your mental faculties here that I just described. And, the takeaways that I do have for you today is, it's time to stop focusing on your current situation and on your five senses, because your five senses are going to limit you to the animal kingdom. But whenever you start to really use your mind and control it, you're going to be able to use your mental faculties, which is naturally going to put you at a higher vibrational frequency that's going to get you closer to your desired situation. So start thinking from the inside out. The world is an inside game. It's a mind game. It's not an external game. This is how you will change and engage your mental faculties to achieve your desired situation, by working from the inside out, not from the outside in, right? Start with imagining your desired situation. As you become a conscious creator, imagine your desired situation every day, throughout certain blocks of the day, especially when you wake up, when you go to sleep, and use your will to concentrate on that throughout the day, right? And this is going to help you keep your attention there. Just keep this up, keep living through the end, right? Continuously feel like the person that you want to be, because it doesn't matter what is true. The only thing that matters is what you think is true, because over time it will become true. So keep feeling as if you have what it is that you want and you are going to get it. So it's only a matter of time before your desired situation comes to you. And, once you really put this into perspective and apply it, you are really going to see in real time the fact that you are a conscious creator, and these glitches or whatever that people like to refer to, or these coincidences, you're going to realize that they were never glitches or coincidences to begin with. They were always who you were and always will be. This is Mekus with the Continence Club. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you on the other side. And until next time.